Hello friends, I hope everybody is okay and welcome to the first night stream, I believe. Just respond in the chat if you are here. I'm still having problems seeing who is here, who is not, so I got delayed a little bit. And I have a question to ask if you guys are here. Originally we planned this flight to start from Lima Tango Foxtrot Mike. Obviously I didn't realize Microsoft Flight Simulator still doesn't have that airport in the simulator. So I'm thinking about switching back and changing the airport to Lima Tango Foxtrot Juliet. How does everybody feel about that? Just let me know in the chat and I will go to the main menu, because I have to go to the main menu anyway because of the multiplayer settings. So let's just do that and switch to Lima Tango Foxtrot Juliet, if that's fine. Okay, let's do this. I hope the sim doesn't crash. It's just giving some problems. There you go, the sim crashed. Yeah, sooner is better. I hope it didn't do it while we are up in the air, so I'm gonna restart the simulator. And we need to wait a little bit, sorry about that. But it will be coming back shortly. You should see the loading screen in a second. In the meantime, let me ask how everybody is doing. I hope you are having a great evening wherever you are in the world. And it is 9 p.m. over here in Indiana, United States. And curious to learn what's the time over there at your location. Okay, waiting for sim to load. And I am trying to make some changes. Actually, I'm trying to move the name tag a little bit to the upper side of the screen so that it's not in the way, because I'm not going to use an overlay for departure, destination, and flight progress. Let's switch to that view. It will look better. There we go. All right, so just a little bit more. We'll be back in business. Just waiting for the sim to load. It's taking some time. So who will be joining us in the flight? Like, are you guys planning to fly together? Are you just going to watch the live stream? What is your plan? Alright, I think I'll have to wait a little bit more for you guys to join, and then maybe I will repeat the question. And let me give you that information one more time. We will be switching the departure airport to Lima Tango Foxtrot Juliet. And if you are hearing a cat meowing, that's my cat trying to bug me while I'm busy. He does that all the time. Finally, we are in the menu. Let's hope this is not going to crash. Tango Foxtrot Juliet. And let's take a look and pick a parking spot. I see Spooky is parked here, so we will park to gate 201, right next to him. And I need to change the setting to all players. And we will leave it like this. And we will worry about the departure and everything, or destination and everything, when we are in the aircraft. Hopefully, we will be in the simulator without any problems. It always scares me because I had a couple crash to desktops during live streams, luckily at the end of the stream, but no, anything can happen anytime. I did make a new flight plan, Spooky. Let me post it to the chat. Give me a second to copy it, and I will be pasting and sending it. Alright, where is it? It's here. This is the new route for you guys to join if you want to. Sorry for that last minute change. I'm gonna roll the time a little bit forward to like 5:50-ish. And we'll turn on the tablet, go to the aircraft screen, open the doors, cargo holds, and connect the ground power card and get us a better view. Take a look. Right. Looks better. Hey Modo45, I'm glad you made it. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, my buddy? Is everything alright over in Canada? I'm using the CRJ700. Yes, I thought about the DC6 after talking with Gege at the Discord server, but then I'll be streaming this DC6 over on Sunday, so I thought this should pick a different aircraft. Plus the flight plan I generated was for GPS, so it's probably not going to work for the DC6 due to that having the conventional navigation or radio navigation equipment on board. We can use the GPS that can be enabled from the menu, but I just decided to use the CRJ. It's been a long time since I flew with it, so that is what we are doing. Alright, so what are we doing? I'm gonna jump into the cockpit shortly. I'm just waiting for people to join us. I see 3 viewers. I'm not sure if that's true. That's what YouTube tells me. And I think it's counting me as a viewer too, because I'm also using a browser window to follow the chat. Let me see. Sophia, welcome to the stream. Hi. I hope you are doing great. Well, CRJ is not sold by Microsoft. Actually, this is a payware aircraft, Modo45, that's sold by Aerosoft. I think you can either purchase it from the marketplace in-game or through Aerosoft website. They will give you a code that is required to activate after you download the aircraft. Oh my, 6th child? Well, congrats. I have 2, and I'm not planning to have another one. I wish you luck, Sophia. It must be hard to be a mom of 5, soon to be 6. And I'm also curious why Nightbot didn't join us. Oh, there it is. Is it here? Not sure. don't see Nightbot, but let me see the logs. So it's receiving the logs, which means it is there. Let me do something, Nightbot, and send a command. See what it says. That will prove that he is here. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm just taking my time and making sure Nightbot is there for us. Looks like he is still not there. That command should work. Right. Seeing the chat, but he is not moderating it, or he is not here. Oh, there it is. He responded. Yeah, he just joined us, Sophia. Okay, so time to get into the cockpit and get this aircraft powered on and everything. So we will take our time. And it's been like, how long? Maybe 3 months since I touched CRJ, maybe? So I'm a little bit rusty, and I'm pretty sure I'll screw a couple things up. So I apologize up front. Let me know if I'm doing a mistake using the chat so that I correct myself. Oh yeah, Moto 45. I agree. Dash 8, the free mod is not that great. So maybe in the future they will come up with a payware Dash 8 that is better than what they have at flightsim.to. Sophia, I'm not sure what you meant by if I want to know more about you. Well, Moto 45, this is your chance to board the CRJ, I guess, by watching the live stream. So we'll start with turning the bedroom master on, and we have ground power available, so we'll turn that on as well. We'll turn on the nav lights to let the ground crew know that we have power to the aircraft and someone is in the cockpit. Arm the emergency lights. I need to get some integral lighting up here, so maybe I should switch my wheel. Just turn on the lighting a little bit and do the same thing over here. The pilot side. Co-pilot is lazy, so I need to take care of his lighting needs. There we go. Well, I mean, we are a couple people in the stream, so you can tell about yourself, but please do not tell us anything that's awkward or not appropriate, please, Sophia, okay? That's the only request I have. Let's get some floodlight to the pedestal too. Alright, we have power to the aircraft. Let's clean up these warnings and we can start aligning the IRSs because we will need them for later. That's all. We can go through the entire thing, but I'm gonna go and check the checklist. And I think it's a good idea to have my track AR turned on. By the way, let me do a sound check. Are you guys hearing the in-game audio as well? I just wanted to make sure the simulator audio is also streamed. Yeah, I never tried the Dash 8 Moto 45, so it is going to be probably an interesting aircraft if they come up with a proper one. Because the one they have on flightsim.to, I believe, uses the Citation CJ4 interior and cockpit, and the exterior model is just Dash 8. So I'm not sure how good it is. I haven't tried it, but a turboprop, I believe it is a turboprop. So it is an interesting aircraft to fiddle with, to be honest with you. So let me get my Sim Toolkit Pro, load the flight. Let's see if we will be doing a Yankee, ILS Yankee approach. Yeah, that is everything. Oh, okay, Sophia, sorry. I mean, don't get me wrong, you get all kinds of people in live streams, and I just wanted to make that statement up front. It's interesting. Archduchess of which country? You are living in US, so you are from a kingdom, I believe, and there are not too many kingdoms left in the world. So that's interesting. This is the first time I'm meeting with someone like you. Let me give you that. That's interesting. Oh, okay, let me increase the sound level, Modo 45 level bit, and then try to go outside to see if you can hear the environment. So this is the airport environment, cars passing by, so let me know if you are hearing this. Yeah, thanks for your understanding, Sophia. But as I said, quite interesting, and it's nice to meet you. Modo 45 sound check, are you hearing it? You should be hearing. Okay, great, great, great. That's what I wanted to make sure. So where we were at? Okay, the checklist, because I'm probably going to screw things up. It's been a while. Crew oxygen and masks. Okay, that's here. We can check. Yeah, the oxygen is working. All right, audio warning panel. That's, I believe, down below somewhere here. Audio panel is this guy. It is looking okay. I'm not going to mess with it because we will probably not need it due to not using any ATC. That is something I would really love to see coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator, a proper ATC. The one we have right now that's built in is sort of drunk air traffic controllers who doesn't know what they are doing. I'm pretty sure they are having a party at the tower every day, 7/24, and giving instructions based on their mood. Electrical power panel, that's up top. Let's go over there. There is the electrical power. It's looking okay. We will turn on the APU later on. DC service needs to stay off because that's for servicing the aircraft, if I'm not mistaken. Fire detection and fire X monitor. You do the test, press the button, go to the screen and make sure the fire system test okay message is displayed. So this is becoming sort of a cold and dark startup. Well, Modo 45, the most important reason I believe is I am Turkish and I departed from Istanbul 2 weeks ago to come back to the US after visiting my parents in Anatolia at the center of the country, close to the capital Ankara. So that is why I'm starting the tour from my own country, and we will take a tour around Europe, and we'll see what the streams will take us when we keep doing this. Speaking of which, I have an interesting idea about that too. Let me share that with you guys. So I am thinking about creating a sort of how we say it. I'm going to ask a question in the chat, and I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to do a draw from that correct answers, and the top two, who are the winners, will get to decide the next destination from where we landed, which is going to be Bosnia Herzegovina. And that's the first winner. The second winner will get to choose the aircraft that we are going to use. How does that sound? Let me keep going because we will never get this thing started. External lights, we already turned on the nav lights. We'll deal with the others later. Fuel panel is at the back of the aircraft. Let me show you real quick. You come around like this, and I need to turn around. That is the fuel panel right there. I think we need to get a little bit closer. We can load the fuel from here. I am tempted to do that. Well, this is going to be a... This is going to be an easy question. We can fly west to east in the future of this series, Spooky. That might be a way of doing this. And there are a lot of places to visit, so it's gonna take a while. So the sim brief flight plan says we need to have 4750, 4 tons, 750 kilos of block fuel. Let's see how much we have as power on the fuel panel. So we are close. We have 4,470. So let's increase up to... That's good enough. Well, maybe... Can we get 750 exactly? No? Yeah. I'll take this. And what we can do is... I'm not gonna call the fuel truck. Let's just turn this on. This will keep filling the tanks. They should start changing. Although, yeah, we will need the fuel truck. Okay, let's see. We have time, so we can call for the fuel and wait for that guy to arrive. Turn these on. We will be on the look for the fuel truck. Let's keep going. I hope this is not too boring. Oh, yeah, Spooky. Thanks for reminding me that. Now I need to go back to the fuel panel. I told you. I know I will screw some things. Oops. Let's turn around. This is this, right? And then we will do this, and it should fill up the fuel. Okay. No need to call the fuel truck. Thank you, Spooky. I don't know how I will pay you for all the favor and the help you are providing. There we go. We have the fuel. Can turn this off now. Go back to the business. Bleed air, no need to check that it's already at auto and it's for both engines. APU panel will turn the APU on when we are ready. Starter panel, we checked that already. Nothing to worry about that. There, hydraulic panel. This is something I think I need to do. Turn on the pump 3 and then check the hydraulic page. And make sure we are seeing pressure from pump 3, which we are. So we are good on that one. Let's go to, oh, not that one. Let's go to this right there. Okay, we can turn this off right now. Yeah, I'm trying to remember at the same time Modo 45 because I am super nervous right now that I will screw something up when we are up in the air, so I'm just taking my time. ELT is already armed. Cabin pressure, so let's do the landing elevation of our destination airport and set it up. The landing elevation for Sarajevo, I hope that's how that's pronounced, is, let's see, it should give me that information. I'm just taking a look at the chart real quick. Landing elevation is 1708, so we'll do 1720 for the cabin pressure setting, which is that knob up there, and I accidentally saw something. Let's keep rolling, and it will display the number on the ECAS display, 800. We have way more to go. I'm looking for 1720, 1340, a little bit more, 1580, getting close. Will it do it? 1700. Well, I'm quite accurate. I like that. 1720, there we go. So the cabin pressure panel is checked. Air conditioning panel, will turn on the air conditioning when we have the APU running. It's not gonna do any good right now. And I lost my screen where I checked the chat. You go there. And let me bring the YouTube window down because I'm scared that I will accidentally hit the end stream button. That scares me a lot. So okay, back to the checklist. Air conditioning, anti-ice panel. We are not worried about that. Windshield heat, we turn them to low. They are over here as far as I remember, left and right. They are both on low now. Emergency lights are armed. Standby compass is this guy over here. That looks normal. Nose wheel steering is off. We will arm it prior to taxi. Clocks are set. Obviously, we are now using the UTC time. We can switch that to local time. Oh, Core Gaming, welcome to the stream. I have tried its first revision with the Airbus A320. It wasn't that pleasing at the time, but I heard that it's improved a lot, so I'm not sure how it is right now. Have you tried it? Instrument panels, we are good. Upper pedestal checked. Although we can do this, we can look down and engage the yaw damper first, and then step trim, and then the Mach trim. They need to be engaged. Thrust lever quadrant, they are at shut or cutoff. Avionics are checked. Trims we will worry later. Yaw dampers engaged. Source select panel is normal. So before start, passenger signs, let's turn them on. Let's assume we have passengers, so no smoking, seatbelt signs, they are on now. Landing elevation is set. Altimeters, let's pull the METAR for the airport we are at the moment from Sim Toolkit Pro. And let's see here. What's going on? Okay, no. Flight summary, let's see here. Oh, there it is, weather details. I found the METAR information. So the QNH is 1012. We will set that right now. It is currently 1013, so it should be very easy for us to set. It is hectopascals. We will set it to 1013 and then cheat and hit the B key to make it to verify. Oh yeah, I mean, I need to revisit that and maybe do a shared cockpit live stream with one of you guys in the future. Yeah, it will be fun. It will be very nice to have a cockpit, real cool cockpit co-pilot. I think there is an add-on, like a payware. Trying to remember the name, but it is. I'll look it up. There is one that I heard about. the developer first created something for the A320 and then ended up creating another one. Oh, are they adding something? Oh, that's interesting. Flight seems cool. By the way, welcome to the stream. We are trying to set the aircraft up, and I am just trying to remember because it's been quite some time since I flew the CRJ700. FMS, we need to enter the flight plan. Let's go down and do that. Position initialization, we'll do this. Copy the GPS position, anyone will do. Go back, paste it here. That's that. We are at Lima Tango Foxtrot Juliet. Let's plug this in here. Gate, we are not worried about that. The rest looks good. Let's go to the flight plan page. Lima Tango Foxtrot Juliet as our origin. Our destination is Lima Quebec Sierra Alpha, which is Sarajevo in Bosnia Herzegovina. Our alternate for today is, let me see, Lima Yankee Bravo Echo. Our departure runway for this flight is going to be runway 06, so we will plug that in to the originating runway here. And then our flight number is ATG1070ti. So the livery I have for this aircraft, the Atlas Global, is a Turkish carrier. They went bankrupt I think 2-3 years back, so they are not operating right now, but I just wanted to use that livery for this flight, even if they are not currently in business. So let's execute this. And before entering the rest of the flight plan, I want to go back to the departures arrivals page and select our SID from runway 06. The SID is VADEN to Lima. It should be somewhere down below here. VADEN to Lima. Let's select that runway 06. Execute this, and then we can go back to the flight plan. As you see now, it's saying via VADEN to Lima to VADEN. On the next page, we will start entering the rest of the flight plan. From VADEN, we are going to take an airway, Lima 615. And we will take that airway all the way to DOLAP, D-O-L-A-P, or phonetic alphabet-wise, Delta Oscar Lima Alpha Papa. Interestingly, DOLAP means cupboard in Turkish. So that was kind of funny. From there, we are going to direct Kosor. Let's plug that in here. From Kosor, direct MITNO. These waypoints have very interesting names. And then from MITNO, we're going to Kib, or Cab, however it's pronounced. That's also a direct with no airways, and that's when our arrival starts into Bosnia Herzegovina or Sarajevo. So let's go to the departures and arrivals page, and let's select our arrival for now, as we are not using ATC and it's less likely to change. Oh, is Sam your dog, Modo 45? Our star is Cab 1 Tango. Oh, Cab 1 Alpha, I'm sorry. That was the old one. And then we will do an ILS Yankee approach with a, I think, timid transition, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check the transition real quick. Cab, and then, oh no, not timid. Is it timid? Yeah, it is timid. We'll do a timid transition. And let's execute this. And we are done for the flight planning stage for now, which we will take a look to the legs page and clean up any discontinuities we might have. I'm pretty sure we do have at least one, which we do. Let's copy and paste it over here and execute to clean up that discontinuity, and the rest is looking great. From here, we'll go to the performance initialization. All right, fuel. According to sim brief, we already took the fuel in place. We know how much fuel we have because we all loaded the aircraft. Let's init the fuel from the aircraft and enter that. Passenger wise, we are taking 61 passengers. 61, enter that. And our takeoff weight should look like 31.3, which is 31.15. We can add some more cargo to make it up to 31.3. Let's increase this to there. I'm just trying to balance it out so that the CG is not messed up. There we go. Let's enter, and then let's set the payload in the simulator. Then let's copy the performance data. And while we are here, we can set the V speeds as well by clicking this button. That will make our life easier. So now all the performance data should be set except our flight level, which is going to be flight level 340. So that's F340. And we'll take 6,000 feet less as our alternate, which will be 28,000. That is looking good. Next page. Wind information, I'll just enter the average wind. Winds are averaging from 259 and blowing at 33 knots. So that's the average wind at cruise. And for the VNAV setup, exit fuel, we don't need to change this. Estimated time of arrival, all that information. We can enter the departure time, but well, not gonna make too much difference. VNAV climb, we will be climbing at 280 knots, not 290. That's my preferred speed for this aircraft. Execute, and let's see the cruise speed. 300 Mach 7.4. That's okay. We'll worry about that later on. And this is looking good too. Let's get some fixes in place for our arrival. Lima Quebec Sierra Alpha. We want to have a 10-mile ring or fix that will tell me to start deploying flaps and slowing down for the approach. And I will have a second one at the same airport. That is going to be 25-mile radius fix. This is where I want to be at my almost approach altitude. Alright, that is looking good. Legs page, let's check that one more time. Make sure everything is looking okay, which it is. And we will leave this for now. And on this screen over here, we can keep we keep the legs page here, and we'll keep let can we keep MFD data? No, that's not that one I'm looking for. Which screen was it? Well, can't remember now. Oh, that's the progress. Or, well, we'll see. We will see. Radios, let's quickly check this and set our transponder code. Wasn't it down here? Oh no, it's down below. Right there. I need to change my view, get to this transponder code and change it to okay, and then This can be, yep, let's do 2023. I'm just messing around. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so that is done. Final check for the FMC, and then we will be on our way. You're talking about this. Well, what I'm looking for, Spooky, is having the VNAV information displayed over here, which I believe I have now. Oh yeah, there it is. Remembered it now. I wanted to see this here. We're good. Thank you very much for the tip. Cool. Let's clean up this master warning and let's check the warnings. Well, I think they should go away when we start the APU. Let's go and check the checklist. So it's clear to start. APU is on. Let's turn on the APU. Let's turn that, and then let's hit the start. You should see APU start here, and we should hear the APU spooling. If we can get closer, there we go. That is APU starting up. And let me take a look at the chat. See who's here, who's not. It changes. I'm not sure if this is displaying the correct information. I mean YouTube. But well, APU is almost online, so from there we can kill the ground power and turn on the packs. Almost there. So now APU is running. Let's go to the overhead. Let's turn on the air conditioning. Let's turn the recirculation valve to on, and then let's get rid of, oh no, not, yeah, we can get rid of the AC. That's interesting. Why am I not seeing ground? Oh, you know what? I think we need to disconnect the ground power unit. That light should go off. Yep, it did. Oh yeah, the sounds are awesome. Model 45. I like this aircraft, to be honest with you. Did we set our cruising altitude? Let's set up the autopilot panel as well. So we will be climbing all the way up to 34,000. And let me check the chart real quick to see if we have any restrictions on our departure that we need to follow. Okay, trying to see. Where is it? There you are. It's kind of slow night now, but let's see the stars. And ours was where is it? VADEN 2 Lima. VADEN 2 Lima. Do this. Okay, we have a 240 knot restriction and we need to stay below 6,000 until this waypoint here, FJ075. It should be also displayed here, but well, it is 6,000 below. Yes, it is showing it, so we should respect that restriction. Something's wrong with this camera views. It's just jumping around. Yeah, we can switch to exterior when we are firing up the engines, which we are probably ready for right now. Let's check the checklist one more time. Yep, electrical panel checked. Takeoff data is set, I believe. Yep, that's there. Doors. Okay, let's... Oh, doors are closed. Yes, they are. That's good. Let's go to the overhead, turn the beacon on, and then we'll turn on the fuel pumps. That is done. What else? Fuel pumps, hydraulic pumps to auto. CRJ does not come with auto throttle, if I'm not mistaken. Model 45, it is your discretion, so the throttle is always pilot's discretion for CRJ. So we will be managing the power. Parking brake is off, so now we are ready to start the engines. Let me see if I remember this correctly. So we will engage the starter. What? It said door, I guess. Didn't it? Okay. Switch to east. Alright. We will move the throttle to... Ah, crap. Idle. And let's hope it is starting. We should see... Yep. It is starting. That's good. And now we can fiddle with the throttle and move it back. In fact, I need to do this. My reversers are disabled, so I need to adjust the throttle. There we go. Okay, engine number, right engine is almost there. There we go. We should settle down around 59-60% M2, which we did now, which means we can start the left engine. Let's do this. Let me switch to track AR. It will make my life a little bit easier. Starter is on. And we will wait for 20% and 2. There we are, almost there. Unlock, move. Oops, not that one. Unlock, move to idle, please. There you go. Now we can wait for the engine to start running. What is happening here? I messed up something, guys. Okay. Let's go back. Oh, I know what's happening. My track IR decided to stop working. So that's what it is. Let's see. Yep, it's not running. Let's not worry about that for now. Both engines are running. Looks like we have a good start. It says the cargo door is open. Is this a bug with CRJ? Oh no, the cargo door is open. The aircraft is right. Let's close these. I forgot to close the doors, apparently. That was my mistake. But now we should be good.
The captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy flying with us. Ladies and gentlemen, takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers to watch our cabin features on the aircraft in case of an emergency.
Alright, so engines are running now. Let's check the after start checklist. Generators, they should be on auto already. They are. Electrics, we know they are fine. Bleed valves are at auto. PEX are on. APU, we can turn that off now. So, yep, APU is now turning off. Anti-ice systems, we don't need this. Nose wheel steering, we will arm it, because we're about to taxi.
We would also like to remind you that you should turn off all electronic devices. We thank you for paying attention during this brief presentation.
You have a very important business, man, that you need to get to their fancy meetings. Oh, with the CRJ? Yeah, I see your point. we'll happily carry you wherever you wanna go, and we are not going to charge you any money. Moto 45, it'll be fine. Okay, so flaps, we'll go flaps 8 for takeoff, and we will see the flap lever. That's flaps 1, that's flaps 8. Okay, go back to... This is happening because track AR stopped working in the middle of something, and I was looking up, so my camera view is sort of messed up. We need to deal with this for the rest of the stream, unfortunately. Yeah, so next we'll arm the thrust reversers. They are now armed. Let's check the trim. So we are at 7.5 according to our performance. I am seeing a trim of 7.5, which looks okay. So the trim is looking great. Yeah, we will control the speed. When you climb with the speed mode, you can set a speed to climb until 10,000. The aircraft will respect that speed setting. Flight instruments, that's fine. Brake temperatures, we are not worried about those. So we are pretty much ready to taxi, I would say. Okay, are you guys ready to roll? Let me check where our taxi route is taking us. Okay. There we are. I'm just zooming in to see the taxiways of the airport. There we are. We need to... Let's look outside for a second. We need to push the tail to the right towards here and then take this taxiway, which will take us all the way to the runway. So that is the taxi route. And now we need the tug to connect and start pushing us. Yes, and the throttle response was not that great of this aircraft. When I first started flying with this CRJ, my throttle quadrant is not... Hey MS, you can of course hop on this flight. We will welcome you happily. We are about to push back. Let me know what stage you're at right now. And I haven't checked outside. Let me see who is here. Oh, do I need to turn the gamer tags on? I believe I do. Let's see. Was it under the MISC settings or accessibility? No, not this one. Is it traffic? Traffic nameplates, there it is. Apply, go back, resume. Oh, Spooky is right there, so we see Spooky here. Who else is around? By the way, for those of you who wants to join, I am using the USA East server. So if you are not on this server, we won't be able to see you. Okay, so we are ready to push back. If you guys are ready, I am starting the pushback. And of course I need to change that to... we'll worry about that when we get to the runway. We will select the takeoff mode. One more takeoff go around mode one more time. So parking brake is released. It should be released. It is now. Oh no. Is it not released? I'm confused. Let's reverse and see. Yeah, parking brake. Oh. It should be released. But for some reason, it's got stuck. Huh. Oh. We have a problem. Parking brake is on. it says. And it doesn't go away. Huh. Will mess up the brakes, so stop please. Let's disconnect this guy and see what's going on real quick. Interesting. Why I cannot disengage the parking brake? Do you have any idea, guys? The parking brake got stuck at on and it's not turning off. So, well, it is not good. I'm thinking of a solution here, but I don't have anything in mind why the parking brake might be stuck. I think it's a better idea to check the controls options. That's what I'm doing, Spooky. There might be something related to the control options. Let's see. No, not that one. I'm trying to get this one. Okay. Toggle parking brakes. Let's do it. Oh. I'm not sure if this is a bug. Ah, I know why. Let's try this one more time. Stupid me. Okay, it is here. And if I search for the input, it should show toggle parking brakes. Let's clean this and assign it again. Let's validate, apply, and see if it will make a difference. Okay. Let's see if this is working now. Well, apparently it is not working. It is stuck. Well, that's bad. Oh. See, I keep forgetting things. Now it should be. There we go. When you have the wheel chocks in place, you can't operate the parking brake. You stupid pilot. You should remember that. Anyway, the problem solved. We'll call the tog back again and we'll keep going. Sorry about that. I know this is what you signed up for, but it happens, so I apologize. All is good, Motor 45. It was the wheel chocks. I left them in place, didn't pay attention, and now they are removed, so we should be all good. Alright, let's see here. We are going to push back to the right. Do we? Yep. Release the parking brake. Let's reverse. Now we are talking. Let's see when to turn. Well, let's start turning. Man, this tug driver is on a rush. He is just brushing it. Yeah, that makes you remember things and reminds you how silly you are, Motor 45. Alright, the tug is like running like an F1 driver. Well, if the ATC was working properly, Sharik, it should give you proper instructions and star and approach instructions, and as well as altitude. So let's stop the tug here. Let's set the parking brake and remove the tug, and we'll do the before takeoff checks, or before like taxi checklist. Flaps, they are done. Flight controls, we can check them real quick. Let's move this back to the original position. Well, all looking good. Trims are green, thrust reversers are armed. We are good. So we are ready to taxi, which means we need to turn on the taxi lights. And I have to get used to the wheel. It is messed up right now, so I apologize again. Alright, parking brake released. Takeoff config is okay. Left reverser, right reverser armed. Seat belts. APU shut-off valve is open. Let's close it. You don't wanna take off with APU valve open. So we will add some throttle and keep moving. And as I said, we will take this exit right here on our left to take us to the runway. And I believe it is supposed to be this one. Finally, we are moving, guys. It took a while, sorry about that, but it happens when you don't fly and forget things. The signature you see on the dashboard, or upper or main control panel rather, or warning panel, it belongs to the founder of Turkey, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. If you are curious about that, I just wanted to give that information. Alright, we are going. Hopefully we will be able to take off and do not mess things up. We will still see about that. I am getting a little bit more nervous as we get closer to the runway. Spooky, you know I'm always flying, so that's natural that I'm floating in the air for you. That's not a surprise. Are you following? Let me see. Yep, yes you are. That's great. Spooky is joining us shortly, and this wheel is messed up. Is there a way to reset the camera position? Yes, there is. That should take care of it. No, it didn't. There's something about this Trek AR. Yes, Pookie, I am with you. I am with you. I hope we don't mess this flight up when we are up in the air. But, well, guys, let me know in the chat who else is joining us. We are on USA East server, and we will be taking off when we reach the cruise level, as I said at the beginning of the stream. Yes, Pookie, control space is resetting the position normally, but when you are using Trek AR and if it loses connection to the simulator in the middle of something, you are stuck with that viewing angle, and there is no way to go back other than resetting and restarting the simulator, which I'm not going to do right now. So we will live with what we have in terms of camera views. Okay, so I apologize, but that's how it is. Why am I not seeing myself? Oh, CRJ, I think it's a fair price, Model 45, for an aircraft at this level. It is not by any means fully functional or everything is simulated, but with what it is offering, I think it's a fair price. For VFR, I think the ATC should still guide you to some extent, Sharik, but I don't think you should expect them to give all the instructions. You can request a full stop landing when you are flying VFR, and when you are flying VFR you usually do a traffic pattern, which means you enter to the downwind section of the runway, you go all the way down to the runway start, you keep going until you have a 45-degree angle with the runway, and then start making a left turn to intercept the runway, and then start descending, and that is how you land when you are flying VFR. As far as I know, that's what my experience is with VFR flying and ATC. So they should, you know, direct you on clear to land and all that, but don't expect them to give you an IFR approach route or anything like that when you are flying VFR. Okay, a little bit of more way to go. Let's see where Mr. Spooky is. Oh, you are about to hit me from behind, buddy. Slow down. What are you doing? Did you guys saw Spooky taking over? Where did he went? Oh, there it is. Spooky, I catched you. You were sneaking behind. Okay, it's this left turn into the runway. We will better pull up the before takeoff checklist.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now clear for takeoff.
We'll slow down a little bit, and I keep adjusting the view because it's messed up, so it will take some practice on my end to get the correct view. It's okay, I'm just kidding, Spooky. I don't mind. You can take over. You can take ahead of me. We'll love to see you taking off, and I'll follow you if you want to do that, because I will be going through the before takeoff checklist prior to takeoff, because I don't remember a darn thing about the takeoff checks with this aircraft after not flying with this for so long. But I think I need to visit a little bit often and take CRJ for a spin. It's a fun aircraft. Okay, now we are at the runway. There we go. Let's stop here for a second and then take a look at our checklist. Lights and strobes. Landing lights. Let's assume we have takeoff clearance. Strobe is on. We don't need the wing and logo light. Fuel crossflow is turned on during takeoff, and it will be turned off when we are up in the air. Flight attendants, we will advise them, although I don't remember if there is anything that will help us to let the cabin know that we are about to take off. If not, we will just move on. Transponder and TCAS. Well, let's go here, and then let's turn it to. No, it's on standby, so it's on. Altitude reporting is on. The transponder should be fine now. TCAS, if I remember correctly, is behind the yoke. Oh no, TCAS is down here. Hold on. Till okay, that's it. Yep. Now we'll turn this standby radio to on as well. And I can't remember if there is anything else I am forgetting to turn on. I think we are good. Let's check the screen to see if everything is okay. Seat belts, yep, I think it's fine. Hello Electron Libre, greetings to France. I'm glad you are joining the stream. We are about to take off, and Modo 45, I think we turned the TCAS on. It should be fine now. Weather radar is somewhere here. I'm trying to remember. Is this one? No, that says radar off. See, this happens when you don't fly the aircraft for some time and you try to remember what's going on. Is this? Okay, weather radar. That's that. Now it's turned on. We're good. We're good. I found it. Oh yeah, thank you very much. We are again, as I said, about to take off, and we finalized our before takeoff checks, and now we are going to hit the toe takeoff, go around one more time, which will lock the 10-degree pitch and the runway heading, and then we'll turn the flight director. Oh, the flight director is on. Let's do this again. We will turn the speed mode on. Well, we'll turn that on later on when we are up in the air, or we can set it up right now to 240, which is the highest speed we can go until we pass that altitude restriction, or below 10,000. I think you have a restriction on the chart to stay at 240 knots. That is good. We'll turn the nav mode to on, and that is probably going to be it. We'll synchronize the heading, and off we go. We are ready. So we will keep. We'll add some throttle. We'll go about like. Hold on, there's something wrong here. Throttle calibration seems to be off. We shouldn't be at 60 per. Oh yeah, it's okay. Sorry, I was looking to the wrong gauge. 40% M1, engines will stabilize, and then we'll go toga. Release the brakes. Off we go. Wish me luck, guys. I hope I don't screw this up. Our rotate speed is 133 knots, so we will be keeping an eye on the speed tape. 100 knots is approaching, 100 knots checked. Forward pressure on the stick. V1 and rotate. So off we go. There we go. We managed to take off. That's a good thing, I guess. We'll climb up to about 1000 knots. Positive rate of climb. Gear is coming up. We are approaching flaps, clean flap speed, so we will retract the flaps.
Too low, terrain.
What's going on? Oh. What? Am I pitching too high? Yes, I am. We need to trim the aircraft so that it doesn't go crazy. Okay, we will pull back to the climb detent. And we will match the flight director, and I think we can engage the autopilot so that it stays within the limits we set, so that we can talk more about what we will be doing. Let's go to 20 nautical mile range for now, and we will be staying below 6,000 if I'm not mistaken, so we should stop the climb and hold the altitude at 6,000 until we clear that restriction, which is coming right now. Let's sync the altitude, and then oh no, it didn't happen. Let's quickly get down to 6,000, and we will level off at 6,000. We don't want to speed up, so we will pull the throttle back because we are going about 450, so we should come back and slow down a little bit. Let's do the after takeoff checks while we are on that restriction, and until we clear that restriction. I really want to slow down. But we are losing altitude a little bit, so autopilot should hold the altitude we have. There we go. So now altitude mode is on. Pilot is engaged. We should see the aircraft climbing slowly to 6,000. After takeoff checks, lights and strobes, they are on. Fuel crossflow can go back to off position. Flight attendants are advised. TCAS is on. Radar terrain display is fine. CAS, we don't have anything going crazy on the CAS. We can disarm the throttle reversers now, and off we go. We can add some more throttle because we started to lose some speed. And we are about to clear that restriction, so we can go back to climb. Let's set the altitude to 34,000 because there are no other restrictions on our way. There it is, for 34,000. Okay, let's go back to speed mode, climb 240, and we can climb at 250 knots because now we have that, and we'll go back to climb detent. That should do. I'm glad this is working somehow. Is this following the flight plan? Nav mode is on, but I'm not sure why we are not making the turn. Oh, now we are making the turn. Okay, it fixed it. Great. Guys, should we look outside the window a little bit and see where we departed from? Spooky is coming. And looks like I have lost the satellite imagery. Or maybe it is how it looks like. Can't remember. And also look back like this. And there he comes. Yeah, is this about the vaccination discussion? Guys, let's just leave it behind. We have better things to talk about, right? We are passing 10,000, so let's turn off the landing lights. And we can turn off the seatbelt signs as well. So the cabin can relieve themselves. And we can bump up the speed to 280 knots, which is going to be our climb speed. Aircraft will pitch down and then start picking up speed, and then it will keep climbing. And we have to switch to the standard barometric pressure because we are about to, I think we passed the transition altitude. So we will go to standard. Well, my nav mode disengaged on its own. Spooky, I had to re-engage it. That is why. But I see you. You are there. We will join you in a second. I'm trying to get back on track. Okay, cool beans. We are climbing nicely. That's great. And FMS1 is displayed, so we are following our flight plan. Everything looks okay. We can synchronize the heading, which I think is an important thing to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now...
Hey, Scott Sullivan, MSFS compared to X-Plane 11. Visual-wise, I think it's a better simulator, and it's been almost a year since launch, so it is way better than how it was. It still has some things that needs to be taken care of by the developers, but I never went back to X-Plane after it came out. The visuals you see in this simulator are second to none. There is nothing that can match what this simulator has in terms of the visuals. Look at that, and volumetric clouds, you don't get those in X-Plane. The airport environment is better, so I would say this is a better simulator than X-Plane. Okay, so let's see where we are. Okay, we are on our way, following Spooky. He is ahead of us, so he will be landing first, I assume. Well, I only see Spooky with me, Electron. Let me check outside and see if there is anyone else who might be with us, which I don't see. I only see Spooky following us, so I'm assuming he is the only person. We are coming closer to the Mach hold altitude, which is going to be 29,000. Aircraft will speed to a max speed climb from 280 knots, so we will see and adjust if need be. All is good for now, so we are climbing nicely. I'm glad we didn't screw this up. Yeah, Spooky is the only one, and I'm getting closer to him, so I hope we don't hit each other. Yes, I agree with Sharik. If you want to get this kind of clouds, weather engine and scenery, you have to spend a lot of money to the add-ons for X-Plane. There are also some free ones. However, still, due to the rendering engine that X-Plane has, it's not going to cut it to Microsoft Flight Simulator. If we started to get some ice, we shouldn't, but I'm just curious because the window looks a little bit funny. These markings over here. We can turn on the anti-ice systems if we get an ice warning on the ECAS display. But all in all, I think we're doing great. And as you see, we are making the turns in synchronization with Spooky and following each other pretty nice. Okay, ground speed 395, true airspeed is 429, outside air temperature 22 degrees Celsius. And looks like we have some restrictions at descent, at least at 11,000. I think this is an above restriction. It should be also on the legs page if we go and check. Yep, there is an 11,000 restriction and 9,000 restriction. 5,400 or above, and then that is 3,100 or above before our approach into runway 11. Cool beans, that's good. Oh, the minimum distance between aircraft in real life. I think it is more than this, Electron. It should be, because you shouldn't be flying this close if you are not a fighter jet flying in formation with the others. For commercial airliners, I think you have to have 5 to 10 nautical mile distance between you to avoid any issues. Well, at the beginning, when they first launched Scott, there was some problems with downloading, but most of those issues are resolved right now. So when you are downloading, there is no problems. It doesn't get stuck. It used to get stuck at a package and loop. It doesn't do that no more. I have super fast internet too. I have a 1 gig fiber internet, and I had no problems with downloading anything, at least for the last 3 to 4 months. So I think it improved. and it is better now. Therefore, you shouldn't worry about the download speeds and downloads in general. Those are already resolved. Yeah, Modo 45, I agree. ATC will usually instruct you to either take a different heading or slow down. Yeah, I think Microsoft Flight Simulator is a great simulator. Until X-Plane 12 comes, I'm not sure what they are going to offer and what it is going to look like, but Microsoft has great power behind them to make this the best simulator out there. Even the cloud-based services that they are offering through Bing Maps and Microsoft Azure, I don't think it's easily matched by any other developer, or it can be matched because of how much Microsoft is involved in cloud computing and all that other stuff. We are at our approach speed, so we need to maintain somewhere close to the red line on the speed tape. We are about to capture 34,000 feet, so that's our cruising altitude. And not to hit spooky, we should slow down around 290 knots and keep the speed there. Yes, the X-Plane has been around since 2011, and I think this is as far as it gets in terms of what it can offer. It has some superior points, like you know, the flight model and how aerodynamics are simulated. But Microsoft Flight Simulator is getting there too. They are adjusting, they are making changes, and they are perfecting it slowly. So let's get back to the speed where we can hold 280-290 knots or Mach 7.8. There we go. I think this will do. If we get more fast, we can always come back on the throttle and reduce it. It's hard to still adjust the throttle in this aircraft. We should be cruising with almost 80%, 78%, and 1, which we are above that just a little bit. So if we keep accelerating, we will maintain. Thank you very much. Yeah, bye. Good to see you. We would like to see you again in one of the live streams. Spooky, I'm seeing your landing gear still down. Is that correct? Or is it just... Look at that. 34,000 feet and you have the gear down? Come on now. Oh, there you go. Oh no. Well, is that... Oh, that's interesting. Thank you very much, Electron Libre. That's Nightbot bugging you guys about liking this stream. Oh yes, Pookie. MSFS being MSFS. I will keep that distance like this so that I don't see your landing gear at least. That's more natural. Yeah, guys, don't worry about Nightbot. He's just repeating same thing over and over. I need to change the interval. But should we start doing that question and the drawing for who is going to answer that correctly and win, and get to choose the next destination from Sarajevo? That's the first winner, and then the second winner will get to choose the aircraft that we will be using. Are you guys ready about it? Oh, Electron, I mean, thank you very much. There should be a super chat link if you are really wanting to donate, it's not necessary. Let me tell you that. I appreciate you, but YouTube has something. Yes, I'm not paying for the fuel, although I'm paying for the internet and the and the electric, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. There's a super chat donation, but don't worry about it. Just wanted to give you the information, but yeah. Oh, you meant Spooky. Yeah, he's not paying for the fuel. But yeah, let's go check some wing views, because our speed looks line, we are settled at 280 knots, and I will deal with the question. Are you guys ready? So the Nightbot will ask the question, and he will keep asking the question, and it is about to come. This is about the landmark in Bosnia-Herzegovina, and that question is about that landmark. If you answer a question correctly, you have to, it's not case sensitive, it's a one-word answer, and you have to type it and hit enter in the chat, and Nightbot will collect the correct answers. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. So hopefully Nightbot will now ask the poll question. This is the first time I'm doing this, so we'll see how that goes. And we can do this though. There is a command that we can use. Exclamation mark question. Let's see if this works. There is the question, guys, for you to answer. The winner of the correct, that will be selected from the correct answers, will get to choose the next destination, and the second winner will get to choose the next aircraft we will be using during around the world live streams. That's a single word, that's a one word. And Nightbot will collect the answers. Oh, you can Google it, Electron. It's not that hard. There are several bridges in Bosnia-Herzegovina built by the Ottoman Empire, but there is one that is very famous, and it is considered a landmark. You don't get to see Nightbot's questions? Well, that's interesting. Yeah, Spooky, I'll do that for you. Coming your way. Yeah, I know, Electron, it is a little bit, but well, we are just several people here. So if you want to be one of the people who is going to select the next destination and next aircraft we will be using, this is the question to answer. What is the name of the most famous bridge in Bosnia-Herzegovina, built by an Ottoman architect? All bets are in, guys. Go for it. I hate to adjust this view every time, but I have to keep doing this until the end of the stream. I hope I don't mess it up during landing. Speaking of which, this aircraft should calculate the top of descent for us, shouldn't it? I believe it should. Do we see a top of descent marker? I think I do see it. It's too early to talk about that yet. Okay, try to think about this, and I will be thinking about a couple tips or hints to help you with the answer. So this bridge is not in Sarajevo, it's in a different city, and it shares the name of the city. So there are different names for this bridge. There is an English one, there is a two-word name for the same bridge, and there is a one word, which is what this bridge is known for. So I am looking for that one word as the correct answer. Oh, don't worry about it, Spooky. It's fine. I just wanted to make this stream a little bit more fun by, you know, getting something like this. Electron Libre. It's a one word. So just the name of the bridge. It's not case sensitive. A single word, just one word, the name of the bridge. Oh, Salty Dog, thank you very much for your generosity. You are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. Appreciate it. Well, he is the first winner. I will roll it again so you know the answer, but I can think of another question too. Well, who did? You did. It's the Mostar Bridge, you're right. So now I need to think of another question and ask that and re-roll the poll. We will then have another winner. So Electron gets to choose our next destination from Bosnia-Herzegovina, Sarajevo, to where we are going for the next live stream for the World Tour with the Sim Pilot. So let me think of a question that's related to Bosnia-Herzegovina, and I will ask that question as the second question to determine the second winner. I might go silent a little bit because I'm doing a little bit research. Okay. Okay, I think I found my next question, so let me stop this. Oh, Model 45. I think you answered the correct... I see that you had the correct answer too. Let me see it. Then I don't need to ask a second question, because I see Mostar answer from you on Nightbot. Well, okay. You want me to ask a second question? We can go to Swiss from Bosnia, but where in Switzerland or Swiss? Sweden or Switzerland, which one? And which city, what airport? You need to tell me the exact airport as our destination from Sarajevo. Okay, I will update the question and we will re-roll the poll, or yeah. Geneva. Okay, that's sure. So that is our next destination, guys. We're going to Geneva. Okay, I will look it up. It's enough. It is enough information for next stream. Thank you very much, Electron. Let's do another, shall we? Yeah, I'm writing the question now. I will be posting it shortly. Joshua Danger Experience. Thanks for the sub. Welcome to the Sim Pilot. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. Okay, question is almost done. It's coming. Just get ready for it, guys. The person who answers this question correctly will get to choose the aircraft that we will be using in the next stream. Okay? Just a little bit more to add the question. This is going to be another historical question. Right, the question is now ready. I will save this and then go to here and then type the answer and start the roll. Right? Not yet, Electron, not yet. It's not ready. I need to create the oh, there's the question for you, and I am just typing the answer. It is now. Do not post it multiple times, you only get one chance. Okay, so we will roll it now. What? What's going on? Hold on, guys, I need to fix something. Nightbot is not seeing the chat, so it's thinking there are no one in the chat to win, and I'm trying to okay. No problem, Joshua. You're welcome. What? That's not correct. Hold on, let me see. There's something wrong with the setup. It is accepting each and every answer. Hold on. I need to start this again. I'm trying to see if he typed the answer, but let's try this one more time. Sorry, Nightbot, that's not true. Joshua is not here. He said goodbye, and it is just accepting each and every message. Okay, there's something wrong with this. Let me fix this, guys. There is something wrong with this. No, you haven't given an answer yet. There is something wrong with the setup. I am trying to fix it. So give me some time, and I will fix it. I'm still learning this side of Nightbot, so there is a big chance that I am screwing things up. So we will go to here, that, base dancer, enable the anti-span. Okay, I think now I know how it is going to work. Why are you doing this? Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Why are you accepting everything? I'm not sure what's going on here. I need some help with this. Because it's accepting any answer right now. You need to accept a keyword that I put in here. But as you see, Nightbot is going crazy right now. He is thinking that Electron won the giveaway. So I will do this. Oh, Modo 45, there you go. Okay, I'm done with like dealing with Nightbot. I will fix this later. I need to do some research and read some documents. Modo 45, you get to choose the aircraft that we will be using in the next stream for the world tour. That's the correct answer. Yeah, see, Nightbot, you are too late, my friend. Let me just stop it. Okay, I will stop the Nightbot sending that question over and over, but Modo 45 gave the correct answer. This wasn't that professional. I am sorry, guys, I apologize. But now we have one winner who already let us know where we will be going next time, which is Geneva. And Modo 45, you need to let us know with which aircraft. Yeah, the distance, I need to look it up, but I think Spooky is right. It's going to be close to 600-700 miles from Sarajevo to Geneva. I'm gonna check the MFD data to see where top of descent is. So that is 261 miles away. We still have a lot to go before we reach the top of descent. So we are in good shape for now. And we can use this time to talk about something, have some fun, and, you know, something that might be interesting to you. You might ask why I chose Bosnia-Herzegovina. Right, I told you that I will not go political, so there is a reason I chose this, and I don't think it is political. That is the full name, Modo 45, Gazi Hisrev Bey Mosque is the correct name, correct answer. The reason I chose Bosnia-Herzegovina from Istanbul is because they also have Turkish people, not the citizens of Turkey, but, you know, the Turks. They stayed behind after the World War I and still living in Bosnia, so that's the reason I chose Sarajevo as our destination. Alright, so let's see, I'm losing track of who is here, who is not. YouTube is not giving me enough information, so I hope you guys are still enjoying what you are seeing. Am I able to fly the 747? Sure, why not? We can do 747, we can do 787. I think I streamed once with 787 or posted a video for the heavy division mod. So you select, I'm not going to interfere, and I will follow your lead. If you guys excuse me for a second, I need to go and get myself a bottle of water, and I will be right back in the next couple minutes. I'm coming back. Let me go to the fridge and grab a bottle of water. It's getting hot in here. Yeah, I have to do some research on Nightbot Modo 45. And we will keep doing this for the entire length of this World Tour series. So the winners will get to choose the next destination and the aircraft, and the questions will vary. It's not going to be always historical. It might be a fun question, something that comes to my mind. I'll think about it. But I'll be back in a second. Let me grab a bottle of water. Okay, I am back. Oh, that is interesting, Spooky. Okay, Modo 45, let's do 747. That's a long distance, so it should be fine to fly with a 747 from Sarajevo to Geneva. Oh really? Company Beta aircraft. I have to look it up. Oh, we are having some turbulence, looks like it. Should we turn on the turbulence mode? I'm also trying to keep an eye on where we are at and what the aircraft is doing. And Electron, I thought about Euro Truck Simulator 2. I do play it time to time, although I don't have the proper setup like I do for the simulator. It's Flight Simulator. I was thinking about getting a steering wheel, shifter and brake pedal combination, and maybe start streaming some ETS too. But how you guys feel about it? What do you think? Should we start adding another simulator by, you know, doing the Euro Truck Simulator 2? The motion simulator. There is one that I really liked and might be a great addition to the simulator setup, Moto 45, but they are crazy expensive. Especially the DOF 6 ones that has 3-axis motion. They are super crazy expensive, like $6,000 or something US. And with a motion simulator, I think you have to have a virtual reality headset. That will make it much more interesting and enjoyable. Yeah, I was thinking about starting, videos with the Euro Truck Simulator, or just stick to the live streams and maybe start a company from fresh and just build it during live streams. Oh my. A curved screen from ground to the ceiling? Wow. Well, let me tell you this. When I was back in Turkey, I have a relative who is a real Airbus A320 pilot. And I wish I had the chance. We couldn't organize to be in the same city at the same time because he offered to rent a simulator, like a real aircraft simulator, and fly together, him as the pilot and me as the co-pilot. But I just missed that chance because the schedule I have was not matching to his. So it would have been great, but maybe next time. And yes, Spooky, that sounds awesome. I think when you think about the motion simulators, like the real flight simulators where they use for training and whatnot, they are lacking the graphics quality of Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's what I would say. But I am pretty sure in the future Microsoft will come up with a commercial version of this simulator for the airlines to use for their training purposes. When they perfect it, I think that's their next step. Let me change this interval. Nightbot is just bugging me. It's just sending that message over and over again. Oh, that's interesting, Moto 45. I didn't know
Traffic.
they had something in real life like that. I'm getting some traffic warning. So who might that person be? There is clearly an aircraft close to us, which I'm not seeing around. Do we see it? And looks like, I think the TCAS system is great to have in an aircraft. Oh, great. Yeah, Columbus is very close. It's not that far away from where I live, so I might as well check it out, Spooky. It might be fun. But, as you said, it might be pretty expensive too. So with that money, I could get something to my desktop computer. I'm still hunting a graphics card. I pre-ordered one, GeForce RTX 3060 Ti. It's been, I think, close to 10 months. Still nothing. They keep pushing the date out because they are not able to receive any stock from the manufacturer. The weather is clearing up, so we are flying pretty much clear skies now. And let's see if we are getting close to the top of descent. We are still not close. We still have some distance to go. It will take a while. It says, well, ETA 5 minutes. Oh, that is, oh, ETA, that's the time. Or is that the minutes and seconds? I'm not sure. I hope that's not 5 hours. Well, we're getting close. It might be 5 minutes. One mission puts you in a moving situation and you get to use the C9 light machine gun or anything currently used by the Canadian forces. Oh, that's interesting. So you do like virtual reality type missions in that simulator? Is that what it is? That is pretty neat. Oh yeah, Electron, I have the same setup. Trustmaster TCA. I was thinking about purchasing the add-ons for flaps and spoilers too, but then I decided not to do that. You just checked it, and 30 minutes of simulator time is $100. That's way too expensive, Spooky. I agree with you. $100 for 30 minutes. If it was moving, maybe it is worth it, but with a not moving motion simulator, just to use the cockpit and the buttons and knobs, I think that's too much. So before I started the stream, my wife tasked me with some stuff. She is not here in the US yet, and she is flying tomorrow, technically today, Turkey time. So she wanted me to wake her up by midnight EST, so that she doesn't miss her flight with the kids. So that is something I need to remember in the next 55 minutes and call her. You hold a physical rifle that is modified with a laser that connects to the computer screen and it simulates bullet path over distance and stuff. Oh, that's very cool. That's very in-depth. That's very cool. We are 5 minutes away from our top of descent, which tells me that we need to take a look at the flight plan page. No. Which page was it? I'm trying to remember where I was seeing the rate of descent that I need to follow. Was it the VNA page? No. This was displaying a rate of descent. I think it's the next page, isn't it? You have a better graphics card than I do, I think, Electron. Mine is a GTX1070 Ti. We share the same graphics memory, 8 gigabytes, but I think 1080 has more cores, CUDA cores, than I have. I can't remember which one was it. There was a page that showed the rate of descent that you need to follow. Is it this? Oh, it could be this. Oh no, this is the direct intercourse. Spooky, do you remember? Oh, direct intercourse, is that the correct page? Okay. I was skeptical. Yeah, it is showing 0. Yep, you're right, it's showing it here. Thank you very much. Again, lifesaver. I don't know what I would do without you. Probably end up on in the ground and mess up the flight after spending this much time on it. Well, we are closing to our top of descent. Not very scenic view outside, just mountains and all the views are messed up. Until I restart the simulator, I think the views will look like this. My settings are a little bit different than yours, Electron. I usually fly with offline only, I believe. So no multiplayer when I was recording videos or flying by myself. Except the live streams, I do go to multiplayer for live streams to have people join. But for the most part, if I'm by myself, I don't use multiplayer. I do set live traffic to on or real traffic to on, and that is about it. And I'm using high-end settings with, I think, the clouds at ultra and the windscreen effects at ultra. Yeah, thanks Modo45, thanks for joining this long. It was great to have you in the stream. I'll try to bother it. I don't promise anything at this point because I am feeling I'm not familiar with this aircraft no more, but I will try to do my best during landing. Have a good night's sleep, and we will see you on Sunday if you were going to be able to join the stream. I think this became the longest live stream I made. Adios, yeah, ciao, Modo45. Good to have you. Take care. Okay, so we are, I think it's Spooky, Electron, and myself. I don't know who else is watching the stream because YouTube doesn't give me the information, but I am displaying 6 viewers. I know Spooky and Electron, so the other 4 who are watching the stream, thank you very much for being here. And if you want to join the chat, feel free to type something and let us know. Spooky, you are also at top of descent, I believe. You are very close, right? Well, at least closer than I am. Not too much distance between us. I haven't checked the star into Sarajevo, so let me do that and take a look at the altitude restrictions and speed restrictions that might be in place. So we are coming from here, so that is 1A and 1 Tango, so this is 1A. Flight level 130, 120, and then it keeps going. I think we should follow the legs page to meet the restrictions. It should be also displayed here. We have an 11,000 right there. So we have 9,000, 8,400, 8,400, 8,400 goes along. 62, 42, yeah, and I'll check the approach chart too. To see what kind of restrictions we might have. But there are no speed or altitude restrictions other than 250 below 10,000. And that is looking like a easy approach. We have to tune the localizer frequency though. Let's do that before I forget about it. Nav 1, that's Spooky 1110.7. is the localizer frequency. And if we go here, do we have the final approach course in place? Let's see the legs page to see if it is displaying the course for us. Yep, it is displaying 113 is the final approach course, so all is looking good. We are nice. We are safe. That's okay. Electron, you are living in France, am I correct? There is a default 787 with the premium deluxe of the simulator. It is not that great, but there is one, and there is a mod that makes it a little bit better. Sorry. Yeah, I am assuming the time over there should be like 5 in the morning. Am I correct? 5 or yeah, 5 a.m. or yeah, I think 5 a.m. is the time in France. It is called the Heavy Division mod. Let me find the link. It is under flightsim.to. Which version of the simulator you own? Yeah, you have to buy the highest version of the sim to have the 787. If you are using the standard version, this mod will do nothing because it requires the default aircraft. 515, so I was close. So this is the Heavy Division mod. If you own the premium deluxe version of the simulator. We are, let's see, we are I think a couple minutes away from top of descent. It is still showing 5:02 and 76 miles. So, okay. That's okay, Spooky. It's fine. I'm also thinking about speeding up a little bit because we are just doing nothing but cruising, so I can get the throttle up a little bit and get close to the red range of the speed tape. Yeah, let's speed up a little bit. I don't know how much faster we can go, not too much difference, but let's speed up a little bit and then descent will hopefully go a little bit easier. This has been a long stream, I agree. This is the longest I have done so far. We are just passing 2 hours 18 minutes. Since we started, so it's been long. But we are not too far away from our destination, so it should go pretty quickly from here. I'll keep the speed up around 290 knots and see if that will help us to get there a little bit faster. And I will pull the descent checklist to have it ready. We should have the landing data set in the FMS, FMC, whichever you want to call it. It is already ready for us. Arrival data. Yep, it is looking nice. It is there. So we'll keep the direct intercourse page open as we are almost at our top of descent, which then we will start descending, and we will keep the speed high during descent until we hit 10,000, and we will slow down. Yeah, after the landing I will have to take a break, call my wife and wake her up. I probably need to shower and get ready for bed to make it to work on time tomorrow. And I have a busy schedule tomorrow. I need to drive from Chicago, I need to drive from Indiana to Chicago to the airport to pick my family up from the airport. So it's going to be a 3.5 hour drive going to Chicago and 3.5 hours back, so that's 7 hours drive tomorrow that I have to deal with. Let's drop the range a little bit. We are getting close. Couple miles away from top of descent. Exactly how many? Let's see here. We are 40 miles away from top of descent. With this aircraft it shouldn't take us too long to reach there. And we will be descending and keeping the speed, as I said, close to the red tape. They are flying into O'Hare. Direct flight from Istanbul. They will be landing at 5. I think Chicago is 1 hour behind Indiana, so it's 6 p.m. Indiana time, if they don't have any delays. If they do, like I did, I'm expecting them to be here by 6 p.m. Chicago time. Spooky. And it will take them, I think, close to an hour to clear the customs, and half an hour to 1 hour to get their luggages and get out of the airport. So I am looking to like 2 hours after they land. Yeah, I missed them. It's been 3 weeks since we are separated and they stayed behind. So it's going to be exciting to pick them up and be together again. And I have a camping trip, not this weekend but next weekend, so I will not be able to live stream that Sunday. I promised the kids to take them to the camp when they are back. O'Hare is a nightmare, you are right about it. Especially when you arrive early and when you have to wait for your family to get out of the airport. Police officers always bug you to move because they don't let you park at the arrivals terminal. You can just maybe stop there for 15 minutes and somebody will tell you to leave. What I do is usually I sit there in the car, and then when they ask me to leave I take a loop, drive around the airport and come back and park there again. Approaching top of descent shortly. We should get ready to start our descent, so I will roll the altitude back to 11,000, which is our restriction that we need to be respecting. That is 11,000 for us, and then we will use the vertical speed mode to start our descent. Yes, it is the same around pretty much every busy airport across the world. They don't want you to sit there for more than 15 minutes. Either you have to use paid parking and wait there, or wait in the terminal building, or only option you have is to drive around and come back. It's going to be a tent camping, Spooky. I don't own a camper or travel trailer, so it is going to be a camping in a tent, and we are going to Brown County campgrounds. Okay, almost there. I know this took longer than we expected. The startup and takeoff part was a little bit longer than usual. I usually set up the aircraft and take off in about 15 minutes. This time we used more than that. That is part of the reason why we are looking to almost 2.5 hours stream. It is going to, I think, going to end up around 3 hours from where we started. I want to check the information real quick for the arrival airport, which is, I want to see the weather information for the QNH and the winds. So the QNH is 1014 and the winds are coming from 130 at 3 knots, so not too crazy. I hope it stays the same until we get there. Spooky, how are you doing? You are opening the distance between us. I'm pretty sure you're flying faster than I do. I'm gonna add some more throttle, make it to the top of descent, and we have to pull the throttle back not to overspeed. Okay, we started to descend somehow with a vertical speed of 0.2, 0.1. I think that's due to the turbulence, because we haven't reached top of descent and I haven't engaged the VS mode, which I will do right now, shortly. Yep, I had that same, Spooky, right behind you. I jumped up and down. Exactly, Electron. It has been 2.5 years since I saw my mom and dad, and I just wanted to make this trip even if it was costly. Let me start the descent and we will talk about that more. So, they are getting old and I want to be there with them as much as I possibly can, so that I don't blame myself when they are gone and say I wish I have done this, I have done that. So we started the descent. We will come back on the throttle and start a descent at 2400 feet a minute. We will follow this blue ball where it sits at and keep descending at that speed, vertical speed I mean, and we will manage the airspeed. It did the descent for you? Oh, that's interesting. Mine didn't. I don't know if you are using the VNAV option that is under this options page. There is a coupled VNAV. If you are using it, it is normal that the aircraft started to descend for you. I need to add some more vertical speed. And we need to start descending a little bit faster than this. It says 2000 feet per minute. I think this should do for now, and we'll keep the speed up like this during the descent so that we reach there faster. I'm trying to follow that snowflake. It should reach to the middle if I'm at the correct descent path, like so. I think one more notch and we will be on profile, vertical profile. That should do it. And I need to come back on the throttle just a little bit if it starts. Oh, 97 years old. You are so lucky, my friend. You are so lucky to have your parents with you. Yeah, that's what it does. Coupled VNAV. That is pretty much a simulated VNAV. It's not real for this aircraft, but it gives you the option to use VNAV for descent, which is a good thing. It will follow the speed restrictions and everything. So I need to slow down. I am speeding up rapidly. I need to keep coming back on the throttle around 70% and then increase the descent rate to where it needs to be at. Follow the descent path. I think this is good enough for us for now. Yep, we are good. We'll keep this speed and descent and watch the speed. Make sure we are not overspeeding the aircraft. If necessary, we can use the speed brakes to some extent as well. But all looking good for now. Descent checklist, I think we have gone through all this. Approach briefing, I think we completed that. We don't have to we have to follow the altitude restrictions that are in place at our destination airport or arrival. But other than that, we should be fine. Oh, 1974. I'm sorry for your loss. I can only imagine how hard it can be to lose your dad. I'm pretty sure it's devastating to a kid or child to see their dad gone. Okay, we are looking like on profile for now. We should make it to the restriction on time. I'm not trying to increase the rate and overspeed. We should keep this throttle setting for a while. We are very close to the red tape. But everything looks nice. So let's come back a little bit more to like 71%. And let's keep the speed low. This is good enough. Yeah, I feel you, Electron. It is hard, especially when you are 20 years old at the beginning of pretty much your life after school and everything. It's devastating to lose a parent. As we keep speeding up, I am going to come back on the throttle to keep the speed close to the red tape, but not overspeed it. But so far, I think we are looking good on the descent profile. We are a little bit faster than we need to be. Yes, that is the life, my friend. I agree with you. That is how it has been always for everybody pretty much living in the world. This is the natural course of the life. And you have to prepare for yourself for it, because it can happen anytime. No one has an agreement with high heavens that tells them that they will live up to a certain age. So I understand that. Oh, higher in Texas racing. We are flying from Istanbul to Sarajevo. We are on our descent path into the destination airport. Look below me. Below you. Oh my, am I right on top of you? That's hilarious. Spooky. I see you. Do you want to do the Top Gun move? Upside down, cockpits coming together very close and saying hi. Yeah, I'm keeping the speed up to descent fast and not lose any time because our passengers are a little bit bored. Yeah, I agree. Let's try to take a photo. Even if my camera settings are messed up, I think we can take a photo and I'll post it to the Discord. Speed is looking good. I took a very quick photo of Spooky below me. This is the CRJ700 from Aerosoft, a payware aircraft for flight simulator. I think we need to shallow descent just a little bit. No, this is not 787 Electron. This is the CRJ, Bombardier CRJ700 that came out from Aerosoft. I think 4 or 5 months ago, I would say, around May. No, maybe even later before that. It's okay, no problems. Okay, we are still on the pad, getting close to 11,000, which is the restriction we have. Trying not to overspeed the aircraft and following that white snowflake right there you see on the PFD. And the altitude we need to drop down to capture the glide slope is 5,400, so we will be descending down to that. Okay, we are getting to 11,000, 1,100, 500 to go. We are very close. We should shallow the descent. Now the plane will capture the altitude and we need to add some throttle to keep the speed up, because we will be leveling off shortly. As you see, it started to pitch up, which tells me that we will start slowing down, so I'm gonna add slowly up to 75-78% so that we keep the speed close to the red tape. That looks good. That looks good. Oh, as I said, I think at the beginning of the stream, the CRJ it has a reasonable pricing for what you get. I would say yes, it is a good aircraft, it's fun to fly, and it offers a lot of system simulation. I would say it is well worth the price from my perspective. Okay, we are at 11,000 now, but we should start descending because we cleared that restriction, I believe. So I'm gonna set for 5,400 and I will get down to our altitude to capture the glide slope. And I need to drop the range a little bit to see better where we're at. I believe we are very close. Somehow the vertical navigation got messed up, interestingly. So it is rerouting itself to the start of the arrival to Timid. which is the transition we had, or I didn't realize there was something in the flight plan which I didn't catch. It has close quality to PMDG DC7. So now I think it's a good time to slow down to 250 because we are about to start descent again, and we will be below 10,000 shortly after that. So I'm gonna come back on the throttle to slow down to 250, and then I will engage the VS mode to descend to 5,400 feet for our approach. So the speed is coming down nicely, which is good. Oh, no problems, Electron. It's a good aircraft. You will like it. Spooky, you are on final, huh? Almost. Well, I will be following you after you land. That is the plan. Let me make it back to the first waypoint of the arrival. So this swing around that I have was not expected. So I'm not sure why we are seeing this, but I think it's okay. So we are slowing down to 250, and I will start the descent again. To 5,400. Oh, is it really? I see you from my from my window. I need to start descending a little bit faster than this to align with that snowflake again, as it keeps dropping down. It is coming back up now, so which is, I think, good. And I'll keep the speed around 250. I don't want to speed down. We'll set the altitude altimeter. I'm sorry, I cheated and hit the B key there. I need to keep descending a little bit faster. Looks like it. And we will come back on the throttle to slow down and stay below 250 knots. We passed 10,000, so let's turn on the landing lights and the passenger signs, and then we'll arm the spoilers. I'm sorry, the reversers for landing. Passenger signs, thrust reversers, landing gears, slats, flaps, we will deal with that when we get closer. Let's stay on profile. We are a little bit below the descent profile now. Come back on the throttle, and we'll set the approach or landing speeds. Set all, set VREF, and we will go back to monitoring the descent. Alright, we are almost about to make our way to the final, which tells me that I should start thinking about getting down to the flaps speed. So flaps 1, 230 knots, so I need to slow down to 230, which I'm very close, and start deploying flaps and manage the landing. From here on I might go silent for a little bit because I need to focus on the landing part of things. We are getting very close to the airport. In fact, we will be making the turn to the final. We are at flaps 1 speed, so let's go flaps 1. When we finish that turn, we will then drop the landing gear. We need to start coming back on the throttle a little bit more. Alright, we will be managing the throttle ourselves during descent, and I think we need to think about activating the approach mode when we get to that turn. Let me drop the range just a little bit more so that we see that better. We are about to capture 4,500. I am hating this camera view adjustment that was caused by track AR. Oh yeah, it's great. The developers have done a great job with this aircraft. Hobby. CRJ is not that difficult when you compare it to the PMDG DC-6. They both have their own challenges, but I think they are both fun to fly as well. So let's go flaps 8. Let's slow down to make the turn a little bit easier, because the aircraft keeps swinging around as we go fast. I'm not going to drop the landing gear yet. I'm going to wait until we make that turn towards the runway, and we will activate the approach mode when we are there. So as you see, the plane is trying to make that turn to stay on the flight path. Yeah, I'd like to fly the DC-6 too. It's a very fun aircraft. You need to monitor everything. You need to stay on top of everything. It's a great plane. We will keep the speed around this. I think I need to zoom in just a little bit more and adjust my view and do not change it during approach, if I can. Alright, we are getting to 5,400, or at least getting back to it, because we dropped below 5,400. I need to add some throttle to let aircraft climb. Back to where it needs to be, and then we are about to make the turn. So let's activate the approach mode, and let's drop the landing gear. We will maintain the speed for a little bit until we are at the glide path or glide slope.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please remain seated.
That's the cabin crew making the announcement for landing. And we are turning into our final, and we need to get down to 4,200 this time to capture the glide slope. This is getting messy, guys. Let's start descending, and let's cut the throttle so that we don't speed up. It will be very hard for us to slow down if we do that. Let's go down, go down. That is going to be probably enough to get down to the altitude we need to be at to capture the glide slope. The nav source should automatically change to the localizer. Hopefully it will. It used to do that, so we will see about that. Let's drop another level of flaps, so flaps 20. And we are about to get to the altitude where we need to capture the glide slope. We are very close. That is the airport right in front of us, so we will slow down more. We'll keep adding flaps and maintain the approach speed of 132 knots from now on until we land. Yeah, flying the DC-6 solo phobia is not that easy. You still will need to have the artificial flight engineer help you. Okay, there we go. We captured the glide slope, so one more level of flaps. We will maintain the speed, and we'll go until we have full flaps for landing. We are at flaps 30 now. Captain Safety, long time no see. I was back in Turkey, my friend. I came 2 weeks ago. And this is the second, I believe, live stream. Oh no, this is the first live stream, because I had some problems with scheduling a live stream on YouTube. It's good to see you, my friend. How are you? Very good, we are on profile, guys. I'm going to do another level of flaps. I'm waiting for us to get a little bit closer to the airport. Okay. Things are great around family. If you are asking about how the entire country is doing, that's not that great, I would say. Okay, we dropped the speed, so we need to add some throttle. Let me focus on this landing part so that we stay on profile. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. What is going on? There's something that's going on right now. I need to see the airport. I'm gonna add the final level of flaps, keep the speed up, and I think I'm gonna take control of the aircraft. Because the descent, okay, the descent started to look better. We are back on profile. We should start speeding up a little bit, up to our approach speed, and then we will slow down to the landing speed. Well, do you use a combination of all? You have to use throttle, you have to use flaps, and you have to follow the puppy lights to make sure you are seeing 2 white, 2 reds until you get to where you need to be to touchdown.
500.
So 500 is checked. We'll still fly a little bit high. I know I'm just messing things up, and I started to receive some stutters from the simulator, so I keep adding throttle to get back to our approach speed. There is one light, one white, and I need to trim down. It's always hard to trim this aircraft. So 2 whites, 3 whites, we are high. We need to get back. Okay, we will manage this, guys. It's been a while since I landed with this aircraft, so it might not be a butter smooth landing, but we will land. We will not crash.
500.
Back to 500 call.
400.
I think I need to get down a little bit faster.
300.
300 is checked as well. Looking good, looking good.
200. 100.
We need to
Glide
get.
slow. Glide slow.
Yeah, I know.
40. 30. 20.
Not the best landing I had. I didn't center the runway, but we touched down safely and not that hard, so I'll take it. Okay, we are slowing down. That is good. We made it safe down to the airport. Welcome to Sarajevo, guys. This is the destination airport. It was not the perfect landing. I had better ones back in the days, but we managed to land the aircraft safely. So that's what that matters. What we will do now is we will take this exit to vacate the runway. We will clean up the aircraft, retract the flaps, and
Please remain seated until the aircraft
turn.
has come to a complete stop.
Yes, I agree, Captain Safety. Wheels are on the ground, it's always good. So what I will do now is I will start to fire up the APU, because we will need it eventually, prior to parking. There is Spooky right in front of us. He landed right before us. So the APU is ready to start. The valve is open. Let's hit the start button. And then let's take care of the lights. Landing lights are off. And we will clean up the aircraft when I have a parking spot for us. I think I'll swing to the right side of the airport and maybe park somewhere around this gate. That is a little bit interesting parking. It shouldn't be like this, but maybe the drawings are not quite right. So I will stop here, guys. I'm not gonna fiddle around to find, oh, that's there. Should we just, oh, that's our marshal. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. I am tempted to do that. Let me get a better view so that I don't hit somewhere. I will go around that like that. I'm probably going to hit that truck though. Alright, we will swing around, come back and have the marshal guide us into the parking position. How does that sound? Yeah, we will turn around slowly. I wish I had my track AR right now because it helps a lot during this taxi and parking part of the flight. But we will turn around. We'll use our brakes, turn the aircraft around, and then see where that marshal is. Hopefully I'm far enough to align ourselves with the marshal. Should be right there. Good deal. Okay, good deal. Let's fix the wheel. He is telling us to come forward. So we will come forward slowly. And wait him to give us the stop sign. There it is. Good. So now we parked. We can take care of the rest of the stuff that we need to do. Strobe can go off. Beacon will stay on until we shut down the engines. Let's take a look at the checklist because I don't remember everything that I am supposed to do. After landing, APU is on. Transponder will turn that to off to standby. That is done. Lights, they are set. Probes are off. Shut down. Parking brake is off. Seatbelt signs. Let's turn the seatbelt signs off. Anti-ice, it was off. Thrust levers, they are at shut off. They are not. We will disarm the thrust reversers and disarm the nose wheel, and then we will start with right engine, shut it down, and we will do the left engine right after the right engine, and then we'll clear the warnings, and now the beacon can come off. We'll keep the nav lights on, and it is time to let our passengers out. So let's place the wheel chucks, let's call the ground power unit and open the doors.
Ladies and gentlemen, the door is open.
Alright, we made it. It wasn't too bad. I think it wasn't too bad at all. So thank you very much guys for being here. I will be wrapping up the stream here. It's been a long stream, and Electron, a special thank you to you being here for the entire length of the stream. It's 5:55 in France. Thank you very much, my friend. It's good to have you. Captain Safety, thank you very much. Even if you have catched the last part of the stream, it was great to have you on board with me. Higher in Texas Racing, good to have you here as well. Phoebe, good to have you. Spooky, thanks for being with me for the entire length of the flight and flying with me in this live stream. Modo 45 already left, but thanks to him as well. He will be watching the rest of the stream, and I'm trying to go through the chat to see who else was here with us today. Sophia started at the beginning of the stream and then she left shortly after, so thanks to her as well. And Joshua was here at some point. Sharik, I believe, was here at some point. So Salty Dog was generous enough to donate $10. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here with us. This was the most enjoyable stream I think I had for a long time. If I am forgetting any names, that Scott Sullivan was with us too, so thanks to him as well. And I'd like to thank every one of you, one by one, for being here up until this late. It was great to have you on board. We will be wrapping up here, and I will be saying goodbye because I need to wake up my wife in the next 3 minutes so that she doesn't miss her flight from Turkey to back to US. She'll be coming tomorrow with my 2 sons, and I will be picking them up from Chicago. Spooky, have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your night. Guillermo, thank you very much, my friend. Thanks for being here. I appreciate your comment. Thank you very much. Alright, this is going to be it from me for tonight, guys. I wish you a pleasant Thursday and Friday, and I will be streaming again this Sunday with the PMDG DC6. We will be taking a trip from England. Can't remember the departure airport, but we will be flying to the Isle of Man in UK on Sunday. I would love to see you again, Electron Libre. Take care, my friend, and say hi to your family from me. Thank you very much. Alright, guys, farewell to everybody. Thank you very much, and have a good morning. From this point on, it's midnight in the US, and Electron is already living his morning in France. So I will be seeing you in the next stream. Goodbye.